Hey everybody, welcome to the Pastrano Show. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about next projects. I finally got it all figured out. And then I'm going to go through the purple tarantula one last time because it's up for sale. I've got it on Facebook Marketplace and I've got it on eBay. And if you want to do it outside of those two methods, just let me know, and I'll be glad to work out a deal with you. So let's get started. So, what's next? Well, you guys know that I ordered a super laser nut. So that's going to be number one. Well, maybe number one. I don't know. It's supposed to ship around the 18th, so it might not be my next project. I got a couple others here. And then last night I ordered another RC10T, which is the Team Associated throwback truck. Throwback to like 1989, I think it was. That one was popular. And I'm finally going to build one. So I've got every redo that Team Associated has come out with this year. And I have an RC10 over there, or a 10T over there. But I ordered another one so I can actually build one. So I've got some plans for that. It's going to be old versus new. So it's going to be an RC10T vintage with a pan. And it's going to have Hobbywing ESC and motor. It's going to have NSDRC Servo. And then depending on what radio I end up staying with or going with, it'll get that receiver. So it's going to be pretty fast. Probably too fast for the transmission, so that'll probably be the next step of that one, is updating the transmission after I destroy it with that much power. But we'll see. It should be fun. And then the third one, I just ordered this last night, an Arma Mojave Grom. Now I've been wanting to get a Grom for a while. They're fun looking little trucks and cars. But the Mojave, I don't have anything like it. I don't have any Baja Racing trucks. So that's why I chose to get that version. And I mean, it's not going to be like a high flyer or anything, but it should be fun to putter with and build it up. Like I did all the Low C Mini T and Mini B, just build it up with all aluminum and carbon fiber parts. So those are the three next projects: Low C laser nut, super laser nut, 1/6 scale. Then we got the Team Associated RC10T Classic. That's a 10th scale. And then third is the Arma Mojave Grom. And I don't know if they're 1/18 scale, 1/16 scale, I'm not for sure. But it's not a big one, but it should be fun to play with. So that's the plan, guys. That's the next three projects that probably will get us through the summer and start into the winter. Because here's the deal, the RC10T, it's a kit. So you have to build it piece by piece. Which I do that with all my others, but I buy aftermarket parts and build them piece by piece. But I'm going to build the RC10T with all the parts, the original parts. The electronics will be upgraded, but all the parts are going to be what comes in the kit. I have an upgraded chassis that once I open the box, I'll see which chassis I like better. But they're both pan chassis. One's black, one's gold. So we'll see how that turns out. So, like I said, that should get us into winter. And then I'll work on what we're going to do next after that. I think I'm going to do a buggy next, like get a RC8 XE kit and build it from scratch. I like doing that, so I'll probably do that. That's on the list, whether it be a low C or Kyosho or whatever. It'll be a race buggy. All right, so I'm gonna go over Mr. Purple here one last time. This is for sale. If you buy it through me, outside of Facebook, I mean, you have to, it's listed on Facebook, but you know, it actually just goes straight through me, not through Facebook. It's $550. If you go to eBay and want to do it on eBay, I got the starting bid at $600. That one does come with free shipping. The $550 you have to pay for shipping, and shipping's going to be like $12, $12 to $14. So it's not going to be too bad. What else can I say? Oh, let's get started. So, the first thing is, what does it come with? Well, it comes with one rear axle that's missing an axle. It has all the bearings and portal covers and everything in it, and gears. So it's a good parts thing. It can be used for parts for the front ones too. So it's always good to have all the spare bearings and everything. And then I've got, this is one that's not been opened yet. It's a rear portal axle. So if you wanted to convert this to two-wheel steering, you know, you could throw this in and be just fine. So you got the option of putting it in two-wheel steering or four-wheel steering. And then it also comes with the parts axle, which gives you bearings and all the gears and all that good stuff. So that comes with it. These two, you know, they're like $45 each, I think. So it's like $90. You got the stiffer springs for the Endura shocks. So you get that. So that's all the parts, external parts, that it comes with. Pretty basic. But the truck is not basic. This build is, you know, in my opinion, this is a flawless build. So you've got an obey transmission plate. This transmission plate allows you to run the same links as the rear and in the front. And it also makes it flush mount. So this transmission mount makes it flush and allows you to use the same links in front and rear. The links are brass Endura, and in the rear you've got your rear upper and lower. They're high trail, high clearance links. And in the front we have the same thing. High trail, high clearance, same length. So it's extended quite a bit compared to stock. Stock, these are about that long, I think. Something like that. So we got the transmission plate, we got the links, drive shafts. Get them rotated around here, are Injora. And these two drive shafts are the exact same. These are the rear drive shafts. Rear in the front, rear in the rear. Because the links are the same front to back. I hope that makes sense. I know there's not a ton of people out there doing this, so it works perfectly, trust me. So then the drive shafts go into the axles. These axles are Injora diamond axles with portals. So you've got the aluminum housing for the axle. You've got the stainless steel axles in here. In the front, you've got overdrive gears. And in the rear, you got underdrive gears. What that does is it makes the front pole. Sometimes you can see it, sometimes you can't. So you gotta watch how far around it goes. There's definitely a difference. I wish I had a marker. I don't want to mark it up. Anyway. So the axles, Injora diamond axles with Injora portals. This is all one kit together. Overdrive in the front, underdrive in the rear. I've got +7 wheel extensions, brass wheel extensions. It's all the way around. And then the steering links are Injora. They sell these for the Red Cat, and I modified them so that they work with the Trx4m because I like how thin they are and how they ride up instead of ride down like the originals for the Trx4m. So you got that same thing, front and back. If we go to the wheels, these are Injora carbon fiber, and they're the ones with the circles all the way around. And then you've got the, tighten that up. Then you've got the lip, which is chrome. Tires are Injora Klingons, and they're 70 by 26. These are 1.3 inch wheels and tires. Alright, so that gives you all of this, the links, the drive shafts, the rear. And so if we come up here on the side, by the way, the flex is just amazing. I mean, I know it's hard to see, but you've got Injora 59mm shocks with the brass bottoms. We've got Injora flex blades that have been cut and mounted solid so that they're just really good shock mounts. See, they don't go up or down, they don't move. Same thing in the front, they don't move. And I did that so I can have this great shock alignment. And then you can loosen the screw and adjust it down or up. So if you want it lower, you adjust it up. If you want it to ride higher, you adjust it down. Now this is the only setup that I know of that gives you adjustable suspension on a Trx4m. Nobody else has that. They don't make anything that does that. Sure, the flex blades, you can just flop it around, flop, flop, flop. But that's not what these are. These are fixed point shock mounts that are adjustable. Even in the front, you can move it back or forward. And then if you want to, you can also rotate it around and mount the shocks underneath this chassis brace and put them way back here if you wanted to. It'll give you a little more flex. I'm not sure how it'll look, but it can be done. So that's the suspension. It's the only one I know that's adjustable. Next up, let's go to the chassis. So the chassis started out life as a Tarantula, an Endura Tarantula chassis. I modified the front, I modified the rear, I modified the bracing. So all these purple braces are aluminum. I think they're 35 in the rear, 35 in the front, and then 60 in the middle. And it makes that thing sturdy. I mean, it's solid. Now, the original one's not solid. It'll move all around and flex, and you'll lose. But this one, the way I've got it all put together, is very sturdy. I got the purple, the full gloss purple wrap on here, 3M wrap, applied with 3M adhesive stuff. I don't know what it's called, but all right. So then we go on the axles. We have Endura servo mounts that have NSDRC RS100 micro servos. They have the Trx4m NSDRC servo horn. And then I got purple anodized screws holding that on. I also have purple anodized screws holding the suspension on. And the spacers are also done in purple aluminum. So we've got screws, spacers, links. I don't know if you can see. I don't know. Yeah, see the purple screws holding the chassis on? Running purple chassis bolts. So the servos are NSDRC, one in the front, one in the back. NSDRC servo horns that are made for the Trx4m, so everything works together. I have an Endura carbon fiber battery tray, which I use the battery tray to hold the electronics, and then my battery goes where people would go. I use big batteries, so if you use a smaller battery, you could put it back here. You could do whatever you needed to do. Endura transmission. This is the new one with the bump on the top. Actually, it's funny. I like the sound of it. It sounds like a turbo spooling up. It's pretty neat, actually. But connected to that transmission, now this transmission does have crawler gears. So you've got overdrive in the front, underdrive in the rear, and underdrive in the transmission to give it those crawler speeds. But connected to that is a Hitec cedar motor. wrapped in purple. I don't know if I can get you in to see this motor. Yeah. But that is a Hitec cedar motor wrapped in purple. Then on this side right here, we have the Hitec Python Pro. It's got an XT30 connection. If you have a JST or some other type connection, you can buy the cable that plugs in. No soldering is needed. You can go online, go to Amazon, and type in Hitec and what connector you have, and you'll just buy the wire and plug it in. Unplug and plug it in. Pretty simple stuff. So don't worry about the battery connection. You can take care of that. And then I have Radio Link 4-channel with gyro receiver. Everything's hooked up to it. So to run this, you would need a 2 or 3S LiPo battery, and you would need a controller to run Radio Link, to run the Radio Link receiver. Or if you buy a controller with a receiver, you can obviously swap out the receiver and run whatever you need for your radio. Like if you have an MB4 Plus or no Plus or Pro, you can buy one of those receivers and swap it out and be good to go. But I include the Radio Link just in case you happen to have a Radio Link transmitter. You can just program it straight in and go. So battery, transmitter, and that's it. Everything else is right there, ready to go. Plugged in properly, wired properly. The light works. It's set up on channel 4. So on your radio, you set up channel 4 to be just on, and it will come on every time you turn the RC on. What else? That's it. If you buy this, you will get some Pistrino stickers and some Pistrino patches. I sold my red cat yesterday, and I got all his stuff out in the mail, and it got some stickers and patches for him as well. So I had 3 listings. Chris Anthony bought the red cat and all the Trx4m parts, and then so I only have this left for sale. I do have other vehicles that I'd be willing to part with if interested, but I don't know. I kind of just list them when I'm ready to list them, but I have pictures out there of my wall of shame of all the cars I have on the display, completed on display. And if you see anything you like there, just let me know. Although the SCX6 buggy is going nowhere, and my show Creighton is going nowhere. Both of those two are top tier, very expensive pieces. So I enjoy staring at them. Even though the SCX6, I am going to drive it. But anyway, for now, this is the only one I've got up for sale. And just a reminder, it's on Facebook for $550 plus shipping. And it's on eBay for $600 with free shipping. So yeah. All right. I guess that's it for today, folks. I have a bunch of stuff coming from my little room here. I don't know if you can see this or not, but I got the new Arma pit mat. It's really nice. It covers my entire table here. And then I got my Traxxas rubber mat. And then on my other table, I've got the axial mat. With my soldering station with the Weller soldering mat. My battery station, my Hitec battery station. Got tons of stuff in here. I got a rack. Let's load this up. You're not gonna be able to see this because it's too big, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So this damn thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mount these shelves upside down. And then I'll be able to store all my screws on those shelves. And they won't go anywhere because they'll have this ridge to rest against once those are upside down. And then the wood top, that'll just be for, it'll just be, I'm hoping this thing rolls underneath my table here so I can just keep it out of the way and then pull it out when I need my screws. But this is going to be a screw roll around. I've got so many screws that I have to have on hand to do what I do. Here you got screws. That's full of screws. That's full of screws. That's full of screws. And finally, this is full of screws. Plus, I have long screws over there in one of my little tote things. I can't even keep my long screws with all my screws because there's just so many screws. So, after this video, I will be putting together this rack for my screws. I'll be able to get to my screws whenever I need them, and they'll be out of the way, not on my table, which is what I want. I want more table space, so things like this help. Anyway, I know you could give a shit less probably, but it is a tip if you buy one of these. Like I said, put the shelves upside down and it keeps stuff from sliding. So you won't have to worry about things sliding off your shelves because they're upside down. So yeah, I am a designer extraordinaire. So, alright guys, thanks for watching. Remember, in a short summary, we got the Super Laser Nut coming, we got the RC10T Classic coming, and we've got a little Mojave Grom coming as well. Should be here this weekend. And then I have the Purple Beast up for sale. It's available now on Facebook or on eBay or directly to me if you want to message me. And that's what you get with that. And then lastly, as you've seen, I've been redoing my office, or my work room I'm calling it now, or my build room. Build room sounds cool, like it's So I'm redoing my build room. Gonna put in some shelves and stuff, and so it'll make my life a little bit easier when I'm building. But other than that, I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you're not. Please like it. It helps me a lot if you ring the bell, give me a follow, all that good shit. And then thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time on the Pastrano Show. Have a good one, guys.